I'm Shawna Lee. This is Infinity Readings, and this is going to be the spirituality reading for Sagittarius for January of 2026 and beyond here. So the first card that we have for you, Sag, from the Gaia deck is the Two of Earth. Yeah, just juggling eggs here. Doing okay, not feeling stressed. We may be taking a lot of different things on all at once here, but this card symbolizes we're doing okay, even though we've got a lot on our mind here, is the sense they're giving me. We have a lot of different things, different directions coming at us, a lot of... I don't feel rushed or hurried. I just feel a lot of variety in our mindset. I feel it's very much in our mind. On the outward appearance, I think we're pretty cool, like cucumber, but in our mind there's a lot going on. But I don't feel an overwhelming energy. So this is our past energy. As we move forward to the present, where do we sit here? We have the Four of Fire. That's interesting. That speaks to me of focus, very much so, and desire. We're focusing on that which we desire. I think in the past, very much a mental energy I'm coming across here. We may have had a lot of things up in the air, things we're thinking about, where to place them, da-da-da. I don't feel any off energy there. I feel we're in a good flow of acknowledging things in our brain. I think now we have decided we want to pinpoint something as we go forward, whether that's career, relationship, or just where your path lays. We are hell-bent on going in a certain direction is really what I get here. They gave me the word hell-bent. So it's something that we have a great drive for, to go in this certain way. Okay, Sag, in the future, where do we end up here? We have the Six of Fire. So very much in that fire element. It's interesting that we come from a slower energy of juggling things in our mind. I feel like, yeah, we've intellectualized things. And now we know where we desire to go, and we're just going off in that direction now. It can really speak to a struggle between two people. Can also mean a truce between two people. Or, yeah, or like a stalemate, an agree to disagree. I kind of get this feeling here. I feel like wherever it is we desire to go is going to create turbulence for someone outside of us. And I feel like we just agree. It's almost like a coping mechanism. I'm going in this direction, whether you agree or you don't agree. And you want to create whatever you want to create. I don't care. I'm going where I'm going to go here, good or bad. Now let's get into the second row. Yeah, very much fired up in a decision that the Sag has made for themselves, and they're not answering to anyone here. In fact, they are going to supersede anything that comes at them to tell them not to go in a certain way. Okay, now we'll go back to the past energy of, a lot of things going on, a lot of stuff, going in and out of our brain. I feel like on the outside, again, we just didn't show this, but internally there was a lot of processing going on. The Pulp Tarot, getting to the point here, what do we have? The Three of Wands. Yeah. And that's an energy of... this Three of Wands, she's got her hand on one wand, and she's excluding all others for that one wand to go forward. And I feel like that's the choice we make, to go in a certain direction here. And I feel like we intellectualized it, and now we're going to take action. So as we move into the now, and, the person here, the Falcon, which is a messenger of news, there may have been somebody giving us news to help us make a decision as we go forward. And, eye on the target. What do we get on top of there? Two of Wands. So more, yeah, wow. This is really, I feel like somebody here has helped us make a decision, is the sense that I get. And we're very much coming from the past energy of slowing our life down and analyzing. I feel like to a certain degree. We analyzed within the self, what do I think, which is good. And now we go wholeheartedly in that direction. I feel like in the past, we had it narrowed down to 3, and now we got it narrowed down to 2, and we made a choice between the 2, and we're going forward in that way. I feel like we're putting all our energy into this. So as we move into the future, again, that 6 of fire, we're in the element of fire, so we will be taking action here. But I feel on a certain level, there's people either outside of us or people that either disagree with us, that we are allowing them to have their disagreement, but we're not letting it affect our decision to go in the way that we want to go, good or bad. Again, on top of that energy, that truce kind of energy. 7 of Pentacles. This card always makes me think of someone who's struck it big, struck it like right, the pentacles, bags of them. So they're very financially stable, but I get a kind of sense from this woman. It's like, okay, I got all this money, now I got to figure out what I'm going to do with it. Now, in this reading, we've already made a decision to go forward, and it may be in order to earn more money, and it may be in a way where we are prompted to make another big decision here in our life, having to do with money and where to place it. So we may be making decisions like home. Like we may have saved up a lot of money here and are wanting to know whether we should invest in a home, in a new area, whether to change homes, something huge here. And I do get a sense of stability having to do with all this money. Now, we are financially stable, and in fact, we have an abundance of this. So much so to a degree that we might be changing homes. They're giving me the word unknowingly. So this is interesting. I'm going to leave it at that, because the 7 of Pentacles is really about this woman. She's got all this money here, and she's not starstruck by, like, it's not like a lottery win, like, oh, I'm going to go nuts and spend it everywhere. It's like, I'm going to think long and hard what I'm going to do with this cash, and there ain't nobody that's going to take me off of that, is the sense. And again, if this is your hard-earned, which is the sense that I get, nobody earned this money but me, and nobody can decide where it goes but me. And I feel it's valid. I feel like there may be somebody in your presence that may want to have a say, but they don't deserve the right to say, and the Sag sees that. So that's all been dealt with on the level, is what I feel. They may have some kickback here where somebody wants to take some of that, or wants to have a say in how you spend your money, but it's not their place to say. I get this very strongly. And yes, you get support for that outside. And not only that, the Sag feels support. So it's all good. That's nothing wrong there. Now, as we go back to the past here again, we may have had 3 options, narrowed down to 2. And I feel like we did this in a deductive way where it was seriously thought of. How am I going to go about doing certain things? And it may have to do with finances. It may have to do with home and the stability of where and how I go about things in the future. On this 3 of Wands, the Metatron card that we get is the Seed of Life, talking about radiation, and 7. 7s are lucky numbers to me. And I also feel like this is where kind of a question mark comes in, meaning we could do anything that we want to do here. And I feel like the options that we had in the past, we understood this. We can go in any direction. Okay? Now, as we get to the center energy of picking a lane here, the 2 of Wands dwindling 2 decisions down to 1. I feel like we went along the path for quite some time here, trying to decide which way to go. On top of that 2 of Wands, we get the complex mandala. These complex cards, I usually, there's a need to kind of meditate on them, though I'm not meditating per se. As I connect into the energy, the foregoing thought here is I'm going to go where the the circles, right? There's no squares here. It's all smooth going, smooth sailing. And I feel like the Sag is feeling that they're going to land on the decision that makes their life the smoothest. Okay? Above and beyond that, I feel like that was their basis for the decision making, is where will I end up where things will go smoothly. I don't want no more how would you say, surprises in my life, or I don't want no more distractions. I want things to go smooth. And again, this is where I'm picking the lane. Now, as we go into the future here, again, the truce energy, I feel like there's somebody here we have to say truce to. I don't know if we officially choose to push this person away from our life, because it's like they create chaos for our decision forward. We make a decision, and again, it may be a financial decision that we make to go forward in a certain way. We're agreeing to disagree with someone. On top of the Seven of Pentacles, we have the Egg of Life, 3D music and acceleration. This is the point where the cell, right? If you're talking about life and the creation of this in the beginning, right? The cells divide. And when you have a cell that starts to divide at the point of the egg, it starts to vibrate and hum. So it creates I want to say vocal, but that's not the right word. It creates a music, a tone in that cell that creates more shifting of energy in a different kind of way. You may be getting guidance through music. You may be prompted to accelerate your life at this time. And the other thing that I'm getting is that we may be coming from a 2D world into a 3D world, where we are starting to see the depth of everything in life here to a degree we didn't understand before. And we're not understanding it now, but we're starting to be exposed to it, is what they're saying. And there will be a lot of question marks going off. But again, we will be introduced to those factors as we grow within the self. Yeah, I feel for the Sag, they're just trying to pick the smoothest lane going forward. And in doing so, this may have to do with their financial sector of life quite heavily. And as they do so as well, I feel like there's guidance along the way, helping you stay true to what it is that you want. It's like somebody on the beginning paths of discovering there's another level to life here, like another dimension. We're going into that. But we're just being exposed to the visuals, and we're just being exposed to the noise. It's like we're not walking into that yet, because we got to understand it first. And there is a slow energy that we can come from, though we are going fast at this point. We will be tuned into the good and bad of things. Look to the music for signs of what you're doing. It may be a song lyric on the radio that hits you in a certain kind of way, stands out in a certain kind of way. Look to that for your keys to move forward. Yeah, this person they're going 2D to 3D. They're going from a flat surface, that perceptual of 3D universe. Like there's depth here. What is this new area? And they're gonna be shown the way. So it's the opening of the gate to allow the Sag through here, is the sense. Now, we end on the Fortune card. Marriage. That's out of the blue here. You are attracting emotional fulfillment and unconditional love. So we could be, instead of the money that I was seeing so much here in the Seven of Pentacles, we could be signaling an investment in a person as we go forward. It's funny, the person's not here on this chart. They're not here at all, so it's not in the physical life. But this may be a goal that we are trying to achieve. This may also, they're going, this is where we're destined to go, is a marriage of souls. I don't feel anybody here that fits, like it's not in this reading, which means we are preparing for a marriage in the future. And we will be more fine-tuned because of this deeper level that we're thinking on, to go and pick the right lane, is the sense. Emotional fulfillment and unconditional love. It's interesting because I don't get any decision made from love here. I get from logic, and I'm going to pick this lane, and that's it. there may be some opposition for that which you choose. But again, we have already decided we're not going to let anybody make up our mind in a certain way. Like if my friends don't care for this person, it don't matter because I care and it's my life and da da da. This kind of thing is what I get very strongly in the way of I'm making a choice and I'm not letting anybody deter me from it. Again, this could be in negative or positive energy, but here I feel like we make up our mind. And however that is, we are going to see the light here because we will see through synchronicities and this kind of stuff which way we're supposed to go. And if we go in that way, things will turn out, in a good way here. If we don't, we will see where we need to go more clearly, release what it is. So if we're an illusion, okay? So Sagittarius, that is your New Year's reading for spirituality. Again, check out, if you want readings on love, they will be out soon here. I'll do an energy report over on Rumble, and I'll add the links below, and you can go over there for the love reading, and I'll be doing that within the 2-month period here. So marriage is in your future. That is where the universe wants you to go. We could be choosing money over marriage, and that too you will find out if it is the right or wrong way to go, no matter. So take care, have fun, and be kind. Happy New Year, and we will talk to you soon.